Hey ladies, today we're going to go a little bit more into detail about sperm health. If you haven't already checked out the blog, we did post a really quick study review going over antioxidant support and sperm health, and it showed that not only did antioxidants actually support count, but it also improved motility and morphology. So all parameters of a sperm analysis just with some simple antioxidants. So if you haven't read it already, head on over to the blog after this video and check it out. But today we're going to go into a little bit more detail about some diet and lifestyle factors that are impacting your men's sperm now and things that he can start to make little changes on to actually improve that analysis if you're having issues. So first and foremost is going to be stress management. It's a huge killer on all fronts, but especially when it comes to fertility, unfortunately. High levels of cortisol, which is our stress hormone, can actually turn off spermatogenesis, so that actual maturation of the sperm that needs to happen quite frequently, meaning your sperm production line just is slowing down and are coming to a screaming halt if the stress is honestly high enough. Not to mention, chronically high levels of stress can actually steal your man's hormone testosterone. It does this to you too, ladies, but especially for men, testosterone needs to be quite high for them to feel good about themselves. So they not only are going to feel icky, they probably don't feel super sexy, they maybe aren't performing awesome in the bedroom. You need testosterone to make sperm, so it's really important to get our stress under control. If the libido or your sex drive is low, if your men are having issues putting on muscle mass, even though they're trying, if their hair is thinning, falling out, if they're gaining weight, these might be signs that it's time to get your testosterone levels checked. The second one, going hand in hand with this, is actually weight management. So body mass index, or BMI, has been studied in both men and women when it comes to fertility. I'm not in love with BMI as a marker of weight management or a marker of health because it doesn't take into consideration your bone density or your build or your genetics really overall. But at the end of the day, that's really what the research is showing, that there is an optimal BMI, and excess weight, especially around the abdomen, so visceral fat, is going to mess with your hormones. It's going to mess with your testosterone and therefore your sperm production. So making sure you're eating well, exercising, taking care of yourself, putting those stepping stones in place if you are dealing with a little bit of extra weight to start to reduce it, and everything else is going to fall into place after that. The third / fourth are two vices that are super common with us: caffeine and alcohol, unfortunately. Most of the research done in caffeine and alcohol actually comes from couples doing IVF. This is really where a lot of the fertility research comes from. Unfortunately, that's just the population that people have access to when it comes to doing studies, but that doesn't mean it isn't applicable to couples who are still trying naturally. Alcohol impacts all sperm parameters, and a study actually showed that men who drink more than 5 drinks a week for the month leading up to their IVF cycle, plus during the cycle that their ladies are doing the IVF treatment, had less successful fertilizations and implantations. So this goes with women as well. There's been shown that IVF is less successful if women are drinking alcohol before their procedures and before their retrievals. But it takes two to tango, right? Those sperm need to be healthy in order for that to happen. So more embryos will be made if you ditch the drinks the month before, and if you can do this even longer before your cycles, even better. Same goes with if you're still trying naturally. You want to keep it to a minimum. It doesn't need to be an absolute zero, but to a minimum for sure. When it comes to caffeine, the studies are mixed. Some say absolutely no caffeine whatsoever, and some say up to 200 milligrams actually is okay. So what I like to do is about 1 cup of black coffee, preferably about a medium-sized every day is okay. That's just a little under 200 milligrams. If you can cut it out completely, great, do it. If you can't deal with the withdrawal or the no caffeine, then cutting back at least. So 1 cup a day, black coffee, and it should be okay. But if you're really giving it a go, you may want to actually cut out caffeine completely. The last one is kind of a funny one, scrotal heat. So scrotal heat's a funny thing to say, but in all honesty, it's true. If your scrotums are getting too warm, your sperm are going to suffer. So boxers that are too tight, using heated seats in the car, which I'm like the worst for. Good thing I don't have a scrotum. Resting your laptop directly on your lap. All of these things increase heat in your pelvis. And higher temps can actually kill sperm. It causes apoptosis or cell death in the sperm. So if you are someone who spends a lot of time on your laptop, time to take it off your lap, turn down the heat in the seats, get some loose fitting boxers, air her out a little bit. This goes for saunas, hot tubs. If you watch Suits, they've been talking about mudding and how it might be impacting fertility. I'm assuming they're talking about scrotal heat. Not really sure. But it's important. So it's a really simple thing that, you know, is it going to make a huge difference? Maybe not. But if it is making a difference for you, great. So we want to make sure that we're just taking everything into consideration. Linking it back to the blog, so antioxidants, you know, you can get a lot of great antioxidants from your diet, lots of fruit, lots of veggies, multiple colors. That's the biggest thing, to make sure you're getting a wide variety of colors. But oftentimes, you know, if your diet isn't high in veggies, then we do need to supplement. So this might be something you want to talk to your fertility practitioner about. The other good thing that I have for you is up on the website or in the live link in my profile here. You can actually download a 5-day fertility boosting meal plan. Now, this goes over what a fertility plate should look like for women, but guys, it works for you too. This is a really healthy, whole foods, easy to follow diet. The meal plan has every recipe you need for the full 5 days, 3 meals, 2 snacks a day, the full grocery list, an outline of everything you need basically. All you have to do is go to the grocery store, read the recipes, make the food, and enjoy. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like or shoot me a heart in the comments below. If you have any questions, DM me, put them in the comments below. I'd be happy to help. And if you know someone might benefit from this, then give them a tag, and that way they can share in on the information as well. I hope everyone has a really great week. Happy baby making.